Welcome to this episode of Selling Florida with the Robert Slack team.
Here we are in Ocala at just one of over 1,200 horse farms in the horse capital of the world.
This is a 430-acre farm. We've got a lot to see today, Kat, so let's get this party started.
The search is over, baby. I'm right here, and I got...
Welcome to Selling Florida with the Robert Slack team.
Florida is a very good real estate market.
What a place to live. You can do everything.
We want you to come with us.
Florida dream, right?
I got it.
You literally have everything. It's not about the home, it's about the lifestyle.
I got it.
You've got so much going on just right here, right?
What a place to party.
Let's get started right now. Lauren, it's so good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you guys for coming out here. You guys are on one of our fantastic listings, 370 acres. This farm has any type of amenity you will need. You have the barns, you have the paddocks, you have EuroXcisers, you have a training track. It is just fantastic. And that doesn't even include the 3 homes that are on here.
So Lauren, you as a team leader in Ocala, your agents, your 50 agents in this area, this is what you guys show every day?
Absolutely. We are in horse country. They call us the horse capital of the world.
We've definitely never seen a property like this. I'm dying to get inside.
Absolutely. Come on in.
Well, I actually saw the Polaris over here, so I want to try to get as many of those 370 acres I can in. While you guys go in, I'm going to go with D, and we're going to ride around the property.
Sounds great.
We'll see you back here.
So Lauren, this is a magnificent property. Is this something typical that you would see for a Robert Slack listing in your area?
Absolutely. This property we're on is actually a thoroughbred farm, but we have so many different types of horses here, from quarter horses to Pasofinos to Arabians, that although this one does circle around thoroughbreds, we have to know about all the different types of farms here.
I know I've never been on a property like this, and I cannot stop looking at this view. It is gorgeous.
It is. This property has so much to offer. This view is fantastic, but the kitchen, the laundry room, the open floor plan, the exposed beams, it is definitely a one-of-a-kind property.
And aside from, you mentioned all the different types of horses that are in the area, what other animals are on the farm?
As you can see overlooking the lake, we do have some sandhill cranes and geese out there right now, but there are different farms throughout Ocala here. I mean, we even have emu farms here, so it definitely is a little bit of wildlife, but hopefully Dan, when he's taking a ride around, will actually get to see some of it with the deer and everything as well.
So Dee, this is an amazing property, 370 acres. How'd you get this listing?
They're good friends of mine. Dan, I've known him for 20 years. They're in the horse business. I've been in the horse business for a long time and just known each other.
That's great. And how long have you been with Robert Slack?
I've been with Robert going on 4 years.
4 years, and before that you were?
I was in the horse business.
In the horse business, so
Yeah.
this makes sense for you. You're like at home.
Well, I've had my real estate license for 20 years, but been in the horse business for 30 years. But I met Robert in the horse business.
So what are we going to see on this farm today? Where are you taking me?
I'm going to take you down first and show you the barn area and the equine facilities, and then we'll look at some vacant acreage that's here and go inside the house.
Well, I have to say this is the most unique property that we've ever had on any of our episodes.
It's beautiful.
I love horses as well, so this is exciting for me to see.
There's so much space in this property, but this kitchen, can we talk about the size?
Would you expect anything less when you're sitting in the middle of 370 acres? I mean, you even can look outside and get a view of your horses, the ducks, the geese, the birds, but this farm is so centered around wildlife, and I feel like this kitchen emulates that.
I certainly wouldn't mind cooking a 4-course meal in here. Gas cooking, it's got beautiful finishes. I love this space.
I wouldn't even mind doing the dishes if I get a look at that while doing them.
Good point.
All right, Dee, this was a great stop here. I see we've got some houses, we've got some buildings. Tell me a little bit about what we've got.
Well, we've got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, 3 barns. There's 45 stalls. They're all matted. Each barn has its own feed room and tack room. There's an equine swimming pool.
And these EuroXcisers over here, tell me exactly what a EuroXciser is. I don't know.
Well, it's another form of exercise for the horses. They can be put on there. There's different speeds that they can be turned up to. The horses can walk or jog.
Seems like a lot of work for the horse.
Well, it's a form of exercise.
And I guess that's what this is all about. The horse farms, exercise, the tracks, training,
Yes,
the swimming pool, as you mentioned.
exactly.
I would have never, ever guessed that.
Looks like we've made it to the center of the home, and the theme continues. So much open space.
Grand. Open, grand, absolutely. I mean, look at this massive fireplace.
It's really pretty. I wouldn't have thought that here in Florida we would need a fireplace.
You know, a lot of people think that we're Florida, we don't get cold. While we might not get the snow, we definitely get a few days below freezing. Not many, but we definitely get a few. And this would be a great place to come and sit in front on those days.
This is a fantastic room.
It is. And then you get to overlook the lakes that they have out there. You get to see the horses. I mean, you couldn't ask for much more than this.
Dee, this is incredible. We were on a horse farm, but I feel like we're just out in nature. This is what I truly love about this place. It's not just a horse farm. We've seen all types of wildlife. It's the best of both worlds.
So this is a separate parcel. It's 146 acres, undeveloped land. It's been recently cleared within the last few years and just has an abundance of wildlife.
You feel like I'm at the highest point of the property.
This is just about the highest point, yes.
Oh, Lauren, I have really enjoyed getting to know this property a little bit better. It's so beautiful and peaceful out here. At times a little noisy with the wildlife, but I love that.
Those geese sure can get noisy, but they are beautiful.
They really are. And I just love this waterfront lot. Can you tell me a little bit about the lake?
It is fully lined, so you actually can swim in there, but even more impressive, has some amazing 11-pound bass.
I cannot imagine what an 11-pound bass looks like, but I could imagine catching it, bringing it inside to the gourmet kitchen and serving up a nice meal.
Talk about farm to table.
This property is so impressive. Let's go meet up with Dan and see what he's learned about.
Let's see what he's found.
Well, hey there.
How was it?
That was incredible. I don't know what the inside of the house looked like, but I can tell you what the other 370 acres look like, and it was amazing.
The inside did not disappoint either. There's a massive, great room, huge open spaces, great for entertaining. There's a huge pond in the back, too.
Well, I can tell you, I understand why people buy property here. It's a horse farm, it's wildlife, it's a little bit of everything.
I'm moving.
It's the way of life out here.
I say we all just pitch in. There's 3 houses. There's 3 houses,
Okay.
and we'll decide who gets the biggest
Dibs.
house. There we go. She already dibs. I'll take that one.
Sold.
All right, here we are, Lauren, downtown Ocala. I think we just came from the longest showing I've ever been on.
What most people don't realize is showing a horse farm is so different than showing a home. You not only have the home, you have barns to look at, you have the equipment to look at, you have tracks to look at. It takes so much longer than just a regular residential property, and you really have to know your stuff with it.
All right, which one of you brought the horse from the farm?
Smuggled it in my back pocket.
I've learned there's horses everywhere in Ocala.
There are horses. We've seen some here on the square, downtown Ocala. Tell us a little bit about this area.
So this city is actually known as the Brick City. 1883, this town actually burnt down, or about 4 blocks of it did. Unfortunately, it was Thanksgiving Day, but after that, they did rebuild it out of brick and steel, and that's thus the Brick City.
So it looks like they've done a great job in preserving the historical side of Ocala, but there's also a lot of new and exciting businesses that have opened.
They absolutely have, and what I love most is these new and exciting businesses have taken the old and made it their own. We have original paved roads over there that, of course, with the Brick City are out of the natural brick. We have these restaurants on any of the corners that are the original one from 1880s. And I love that they've kind of recreated it into what they are today.
Lauren, I've been in Ocala multiple times. Our corporate office started here. It all originated here 7 years ago. I had never been downtown, and I did not realize there's actually a great food scene, bar scene, a lot of nightlife.
Everything down here. They have food, they have bars. We do art walks down here on the first Friday of every month, and it is such a hidden gem.
And every weekend they do farmers markets, right?
They do a farmers market every Saturday morning, but it is really the heart of Florida.
Well, we know there's a huge real estate market here in Ocala. This is where our corporate offices for Robert Slack started 7 years ago. You've got one of the, not one, because you're going to correct me, you've got the biggest team of transactions in the history of our company. Tell me what you guys are doing here in real estate, and tell us a little bit about the real estate market.
Absolutely. So this market, just like the rest of Florida, has been on fire this past year. The home prices increased about 40% last year. This team that is centered out of Ocala did just shy of 900 transactions last year for $220 million. This team that works out of the corporate office for Robert Slack has been the top transaction team for the past 5 years with Robert Slack, and I anticipate them to keep that title for many more years to come.
Why so many transactions in this area? What's the hot market?
Well, not only do we have horse farms, we have a lot of affordable housing. We're an hour north of Orlando, we're an hour and a half from Tampa, we're an hour from each coast, we're just south of Gainesville. You will hear us called the heart of Florida, and that is so true because we are so centralized. So we have normal single-family housing, we have farms, we have mini farms, we have condos, we have townhomes, and we really do have it all here.
So Lauren, you're central to so many areas. How far spread is your team?
My team will go from Gainesville to just north of Tampa, and we go just about as far as east as we do west. So we will hit every town in between Gainesville, Ocala, we'll hit Citrus County, Lake County, we hit the villages, all the way down just north of Tampa.
All right, so we talked about Robert Slack's corporate office being here. We opened up 7 years ago.
So horses are what brought us here, and I do say we because I am Robert Slack's daughter. So horses brought us here, horses is why we stayed here, horses is a big part of our business today. I mean, you yourself, Dan, you have horses that are in the racing industry. Robert himself has them in the breeding industry. My kids show jump. So there's so many different types of horses that are all centralized out of here. It's what brought us here, it's what kept us here, what's hopefully going to grow us into the future.
Who knew there were so many great places in downtown Ocala?
Absolutely. We actually have 1 or 2 more to see, a restaurant and maybe even a speakeasy or 2.
Oh, speakeasy?
Let's lead the horse to water.
Hey Gary.
How you doing, Kat?
Good. We are so fortunate at the Robert Slack team to have Florida funding under our family of companies. Would love to pick your brain on what's going on with the interest rates. What are the implications? We're hearing interest rates are starting to creep up. What's going to happen with affordability?
Well, interest rates are definitely going up. So within the last month or so, we've probably seen interest rates rise over 0.5%, and that does affect affordability. So clients, unfortunately, aren't able to afford as much as they used to. Maybe you have a client that was qualified for $400,000 on a purchase price a month or two ago, and now they're down to $350,000. So that's the implication. And the interest rates have unfortunately gone up due to economic conditions that exist and due to changes that the Fed is making within the economy.
We've been spoiled for so long, the interest rates have been historically low. So what should a buyer do now? Should they wait or should they act now?
Well, I would say that probably in most circumstances, they should act now. Interest rates have gone up, but they're likely going to continue to rise. We don't suspect that they're going to go down any. Also, prices are going to continue to rise. We still have that supply-demand issue. If there's no supply and we still have demand here, then we're going to see prices go up as well. So affordability is probably only going to get worse.
Well, looking back over the last year, we saw a lot of cash coming into the market. I'm hearing as well, lately we're seeing more types of loans that are getting approved.
Yeah, I think that what's interesting is we are now seeing FHA loans, VA loans becoming more prevalent, which is an indication that offers are more readily getting accepted with those type of loan programs. And those are your low money down to no money down loan programs. So the fact that those offers are getting accepted would indicate to me that our inventory, while as it's not as good as we would maybe like it to be, it is getting better.
So I'm hearing it's time to act now. Don't wait around. What's the best way for people to contact you to get their pre-approval?
Well, they can always call us, email, text. You know, we generally respond very quickly. And everybody should get involved as soon as possible in that loan application process because it's really not as burdensome as people think. It's very streamlined nowadays, and everybody wants to know what they're pre-approved for. And when you guys go to make those offers, if they're not pre-approved, then now you have a sticking point where you got to wait for them to go get pre-approved. This is what we should be doing right from the beginning.
Well, thank you so much, Gary. As always, so much knowledge. You make it sound like it's so easy.
Thanks so much for having us today. What an amazing restaurant.
You guys are welcome. Welcome to Cantina, home of 130 different tequilas and everything homemade straight to the table.
Tell us a little bit about this one. I'm seeing some interesting doors and makeup
So
here.
this building was one of the oldest buildings on the square. It was a bank in one time. It's been vacant for several years. As you can see, we took some of the old aesthetics, such as the bank vaults, and turned them into private rooms. This, where I'm standing, was actually the tellers that were here. We put in a floating staircase, put in wine lockers, built the entire bar from scratch.
And so what would you say are some of your signature drinks?
I mean, look at all this tequila.
We picked out tequila based on every preference. If you wanted it sweet, if you wanted citrus, if you wanted it smoky, jalapenos, if you wanted it nice and spicy. So we have every flavor point from every single person.
Well, you've got all the bases covered. I'm definitely ready to get started in trying.
Let's have our mixologist make you a couple handcrafted drinks and have you guys settle in.
Brilliant.
Amazing, Chris.
That's brilliant.
So everything is handcrafted on our tequilas. We specifically pick out every single one. So we have mild tequilas all the way to very strong tequilas that sit in barrels for almost 12 years.
I see some smoky ones too.
We do. We have some smoky ones. This tequila by Dobel is strictly only a smoked tequila. And then I have tequilas such as Comos. This is actually sits in rose petals. And you have, of course, Casa Azul, Reposado. I can't keep this in stock.
What would you say pairs the best with this margarita?
So with the citrus tones in that margarita we did with Valencia oranges, I would probably do a surf and turf taco. I would probably do the molcajete, which has grilled shrimp, flank steak, and jalapenos. And then also the ribeye with the chipotle butter.
I'm ready to try it all.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me too.
dishes look absolutely incredible. Where should we begin?
Well, you have fresh guacamole, fresh avocados, pickled onions, as well as jalapenos, starting into cilantro wild rice done with black beans, a Montana grass-fed ribeye, 16 ounces with a chipotle butter, roasted garlic confit done with grilled red onion. We took an ounce of mezcal tequila, poured it on the top, and lit the steak on fire for you. And then you have your molcajete mixto, which is a stone molcajete dish done with skirt steak that's been seasoned for almost 10 hours, grilled chicken, prawns done with a lime and cilantro with jalapeno.
It looks amazing.
Decisions.
I know, I don't even know where to begin.
I usually say just go ahead and take a little bit of sides, add them to there. You have your tortilla shells, and you can actually build it almost like a fajita.
Incredible.
Chris, everything about this place is so special and amazing, from the ambiance, the lighting, the food, the drinks. Thank you again.
Don't forget the mariachi band.
Oh, the mariachi band. That was such a nice touch.
So welcome. We wanted to create something that a lot of Ocalians, they never got to experience that, or maybe they don't travel as much. And this is based off of Tulum, based on the god that's painted on the wall, and brings some of that into Ocala.
You guys definitely hit the nail on the head. Dan has no idea what he's missing out on.
And ladies, the infamous speakeasy, every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. The code changes every single time.
Very secure.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Enjoy yourselves.
First speakeasy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This has been incredible.
It's actually been my pleasure. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
What are you doing here?
At Robert Slack, we open all kinds of doors.
Cheers to all the little hidden gems here then.
Cheers to Ocala. Cheers to a great day. It's good to see you again. I can't believe you found me, but
You can't hide from us.
cheers.
Cheers.
What a great day here in Ocala. The horse farm was amazing.
We couldn't have asked for a more perfect day out there today.
I just loved visiting downtown Ocala, checking out the old historical buildings. So many hidden gems in Ocala.
So much history here too.
I had no idea downtown had so much to offer.
It really does. It is a fantastic city and literally the heart of Florida.
Another great episode of Selling Florida with the Robert Slack team. Come back and see us next time.
This unique waterfront home is filled with relaxing vibes and carries a sense of calm from the minute you walk in. As you enter the home through the elegant double front doors all the way to the dock, you will feel welcome. You will see how well this property has been maintained and cared for. The open floor plan invites lake views from every window, so you will not miss the morning dew resting on the water or the infamous Florida sunsets that are just picturesque. A quick dip in the pool with an afternoon cocktail makes all of the worries of the day fade away. The floor plan is ideal for raising kids, visiting guests, or hosting large parties. The community is friendly and offers great school districts as well. We have entertained and hosted many get-togethers, and we always have pleasant memories in this home. I'm hoping you will as well. Picture perfect property in Meadow Glen located in southwest Ocala. Beautiful brick open concept home features 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, interior laundry room, split bedroom plan, an open kitchen, lovely dining room, and flexible spaces which could be used for an office or play area. The house sits on a large lot with an open back porch and beautiful vinyl fenced backyard area. Meadow Glen is served by the Marion County Public School District and zoned for schools such as Hemet Bowen Junior Elementary, Liberty Middle, and West Port High. Meadow Glen is a subdivision in Ocala, Florida, located just a few miles from the interstate. Because of this, there are a plethora of dining and shopping options located within minutes of Meadow Glen. As far as outdoor recreational activities, Ocala has many amazing golf courses to offer. The Central Florida location provides relatively easy access to some world-famous Florida beaches. This is a boater's dream. With a newly refurbished deck, boat slip and lift, just hop in your boat via the chain of lakes and you can boat all the way to the Atlantic. Perfect for fishing, kayaking, jet skiing, tubing. All of your favorite water sports can be done on Lake Harris and the chain of lakes, along with multiple waterfront dining options. This fun is never ending. This 3-bedroom, 2-bath house boasts of gorgeous views of the canal leading to Lake Harris. Whether sitting on the upstairs veranda off the master bedroom or downstairs in the fully enclosed and air-conditioned sunroom, the view is impeccable. There's a new roof installed in 2020, exterior freshly painted this fall, kitchen and baths have been updated with granite, seawall raised, deck has been rehabbed, painted and sealed. A great home in a great location, close to quaint downtown Leesburg, the Villages, and only 30 minutes to Orlando and theme parks.
I could never have conceived that we could possibly be where we are now.